Hi y'all, it's DBR back for another video, and I am just okay. This quarantine has taught me so much. Like, I think that it's safe to say that it taught all of us what's important in life and who we should be spending our time with and who we should, you know, really value and what we should be valuing and spending the majority of our time on. Before the quarantine, I was go, 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 and I was always on the go, and there was never an off switch. I can't live like that anymore. I don't know if anyone else is really feeling what I'm feeling, and maybe that's part of the reason why I haven't been uploading during the quarantine, is because although I know YouTube is a choice and people make a choice to come on here and watch these videos, but at the same time I feel like, influencer or not, there are people out there struggling, that are losing people, that are spending their last, and I would use that time for personal gain and growth. It just doesn't seem fair to me. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem morally right. So, as you know, I finished the esthetician program at Sheridan Technical College, and I was so happy. Now I'm a cosmetologist, I'm a barber. Like, I was getting ready to start my career and really make it count. But then the quarantine happened, then the lockdown happened, and I was always someone who, I guess quarantined in my personal life anyways. Like, it wasn't that big a deal for me, per se, to be locked in, well, the people that I'm forced to quarantine with, maybe a little bit. But it wasn't extremely bothersome to me, if that makes sense. What's bothersome to me is the fact that I never once thought I needed to slow down. It never once crossed my mind, or it never once dawned on me that life is happening far too quickly. So, for the first few weeks of quarantine, I was badgering my teacher because we couldn't, do our paperwork. We couldn't finish our paperwork due to the schools being shut down. I'm like, can you please meet me somewhere so we can please finalize this and yada, yada, yada. I want to be licensed and yada, blah, blah, blah when this is over with. Now it's over. They're saying they're gonna, life is gonna, well, no, life will never be back to normal. But we're gonna find a happy medium. We're gonna find a new balance between, normal and what life is just going to have to be from now on. It's going to be our new normal. And so I have really been trying to put into perspective that it took all of this, it took all of our freedoms being taken away, it took outside being closed to really respect the world, and our lives, to really respect and appreciate, the front runners, the people we don't usually think about, the people that don't really matter. And I spoke to my mom about this, and she made a brilliant point. The people that are out here being paid the most, like the football players and the celebrities, where are they during this time? They're human just like us. Humans with no talent, with no future, with like they're nobody compared to what the doctors and the nurses and everybody has been doing. You know, they're useless during this time. And that really hit home because we worship a lot of these people. Are any of them finding a cure for this? Are any of them making us go back to life any quicker? Are any of them donating money to put our economy back where it needs to be due to all the money and trillions of dollars being spent and being used for the CARES Act and stuff? You don't see any of them going out of their way. Like, no, they're keeping their millions. It really makes you wonder. And so I fought very hard to, get my paperwork. Like, I wanted to get my life in order. I wanted everything to be ship shape, before life started to, revert back to somewhat of, what we knew. And I did that. It is one of the most amazing feelings in the world to know that I was able to do something and complete something when everyone thought I would fail. Everybody wanted me to fail. I felt like everyone was rooting for me to fail. But instead, I showed them all up. And I got it anyways. This piece of paper, I can't tell you what it means to me or what it meant to me before the quarantine. This piece of paper was the key to my future. And this is my second piece of paper. This is not even my first. This is for esthetician, for being a licensed esthetician. This is not even my cosmetologist license. But between these two licenses and the barbering license, or so three licenses, how little does this mean to me now? People's lives were at risk. People's lives were, taken. People were sick. People got sick more than one time. How lucky and blessed am I, although this is not over, and it won't be over for a very long time. And I hope the numbers don't spike back up again. But how lucky am I? How lucky are us all, healthy people, the people watching this video now, that we get to continue on while most in the world, mourn the loss of other ambitious people like myself, like you. It really makes you think. It really makes you appreciate. It really makes you put everything into perspective. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, but it's just a piece of paper. People's lives were taken. They'll never get that back. Their family, their husband, their sister, their brother, their mother, their father will never get their child, sister, brother, daughter, uncle, son back. I send my greatest condolences to anybody who was a victim during these very uncertain times. My sincere condolences. We take life for granted. We put things off till tomorrow when we shouldn't. That should end today. With everything going on in the world, don't hold off. Don't wait to tell someone you love them. Don't wait to forgive that person. Don't wait, another minute. Because between then and 5 minutes, those other 4 minutes are not guaranteed to you. They're just not. And that just became very clear to me during all this. It was always very clear how fragile life can be. But I have never experienced, and I hope I never ever have to experience, this kind of heart-wrenching scenario again. I want to be able to explain this to my kids and hopefully not have them worry if this is ever going to occur in their lifetime. There are no words for what's going on in the world right now. I thank God for the nurses and for the healthcare professionals, and everybody else on the front lines right now. All essential businesses, thank you. Thank you. And by essential businesses, I don't mean McDonald's. I don't know why they're even fucking open. But anyways, I thank you for fighting this fight for us so people like me can get back to some sense of normalcy once all this is over and done with. Yeah, I'm sure we all miss our jobs, and I miss doing hair and makeup for people, making people feel pretty. And let's be honest, my sector is a pretty big one that the world relies on. But I would give it up for as long as necessary until we know that the pandemic is under control and that we have the American people in good health. That's what matters right now. Not how much money I'm going to make from my new job because I'm licensed. Those are the things I was worried about beforehand. Those are not the things that matter now. The economy won't be the same for a very, very long time. And I never wanted to do this kind of a video. I just don't like to show vulnerability, ever. But I feel like this was something that needed to be said. Thank you. Thanking all of the essential workers who get up every day and go out there and could possibly be bringing home whatever this despicable virus is to your families, to your friends. You are brave, you are courageous, and you are like no other. Because as brave and as courageous as I might think I was at a point in time, I don't think I would be brave enough to walk out my front door to do my job that I'm passionate about if risking my own life was on the line. And I don't feel ashamed to admit that. I don't think a lot of people out there would risk their lives and their safety for someone else. But for the individuals that are doing it now, I thank you sincerely. And I pray that all good things come to you. I pray you be rewarded. I pray you be touched by Him for doing His work during unprecedented times. I don't want this to be all doom and gloom, but it needs to be said. I think the outpour of support for the frontline workers needs to be televised, needs to be broadcast. We need to throw a whole parade for you guys when this is done. You guys give us hope. The truly brilliant minds of this country, of this world, are those frontline workers. I can't. Anybody in training to be a frontline worker, kudos to you too. Anybody who just graduated in 2020 that wants to be one of those frontline workers, good for you. For having the courage to be able to put yourself in a position where this could possibly be what you'd be signing up for. Now, I'm in hopes this never happens again in my lifetime, and I think a lot of us are in agreement with that one, but thank you for having the courage anyways. I appreciate all of you so very much. Stay perfectly imperfect, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.